Yo, what's good? I mean, right now I'm actually doing I'm playing a Jackson here with my Black Star amp, but I'm also alternating onto my Yamaha APX. I'm actually just experimenting with like this new. Set this up like so I kind of really get the acoustics, and the harmonics out of the one, and just kind of. Yeah, I'm kind of just doing this thing where I'm literally just alternating, yeah, with my Yamaha APX, and then I have my Jackson right here. Because I'm experimenting with this kind of like silky. Oh, 1 second. It's just clipping out a bit. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ichikanito. Right? Yeah, it's. Gotta angle this right. And then it's kind of just like I drop this down and see sort of a way I can. It's almost like I'm improvising with playing two guitarists, kind of doing a little back and forth here. Typically when I stream, I usually just do my acoustic guitar here. Then also I can blend in this Picasso bow here. I think it's got enough rosin, but. It's crazy, I find, because I use a preamp here, a tonal amp. Yo, what's going on? Sometimes the preamp actually, it's too powerful, like the sound itself. Yeah, I think it's easier when I plug in the acoustic and then allow that to sort of use the pre. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ichika Nito at all. Really dope guitarist, Japanese fellow. Insanely inspiring stuff, I find. And just kind of drop on. And kind of do more here. A shout out to guitarists. Any guitarists out there? Maybe it'd be easier if I just kind of pop this here. Yeah, just do that. Hope you guys are having an awesome night. Yeah, I found I celebrated Halloween last night, so today I'm just chilling. I really just been keeping it low key, but I had like a nap because my sleep was all kind of wonky, so. Flip a little volume. You can tell my comfort zone is definitely in the acoustic, but it's really fun to sort of bridge those worlds with the electric. I've actually been looking into a RC loop station. There's one on Facebook Market for a really good price, so definitely gonna get myself a loop station in the next couple days and just kind of there's definitely more rosin for that. That's crazy. I love the energy of Halloween, particularly because I'm in BC, and where it's in Vancouver, there's just so much. I don't know. There's just so much awesome nightlife. Like I find, especially on Halloween, even just roving and just checking out certain parts of like. There we go. It's interesting. I mean, mainly I play. I guess I have a Jackson. Like I really want to get an Ibanez or something like that. And I feel like the Ibanez, I feel has different sort of pickups. But I would love to get I'd love to find an electric guitar that plays sort of like an acoustic, right? Where it has like those really dope. Damn, where did I put my pick? Just trying to locate my pick here. Man, there's some interesting influx today. There it is. So used to just using my finger. fluently if I was like looping it up. Something like that. Honestly, lately, I find, I don't know what it is, but definitely I've just had such a strong sort of tapping awareness. I mean, it could be just natural just practice. Like I've been trying to sort of break down tapping for other people, like trying to teach people zeroing in. I was like thinking about it a lot today. I'm just like, man, like how can I explain to a beginner like how one like hones the ability to tap? And I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like beyond just like the literal just exposure to experiencing the fretboard, right? I feel like a lot of it sort of comes down to just like almost just like understanding tension, tension points. Like it's weird. It's almost like if I reflect on the sort of elements that do make a difference, that I may be thinking of or considering, if I were to just like lazily not think about or not effectively play, versus if I'm like, paying a little bit of attention and being very clean with my technique. It does seem that it's like almost like a level of like, rhythm, maybe rhythmic playing, but also like a level of like tension and dancing in between the tension points, right? It's like you find the frets, but then you're also just kind of dancing between those realms of tension. Very similar to tutting, actually. Yeah, very similar to tutting. Shit, where'd I put my guitar pick again? Oh, there it is. Maybe too late. Everyone's out on Saturday night just partying. Everyone's just partying, having a good time. Sweet. For some reason that just sounds so aesthetic to my ears. Yeah, we'll keep our guitar pick over there. I really feel it's almost like, I mean, this makes perfect sense to me, but if I were to try to like emulate part of this, the toned amp, this preamp essentially that I use, that I love to like promote to other guitarists on my channel, is like, whoa, is really the main difference between really potent, I'd say, harmonics flowing through. So it's like, on the electric, the pickups make a difference, but it's like with the toned amp, it really makes the natural resonance prevalent. So like all the different resonance patterns are more prevalent, but the harmonics, like slap harmonics. What's going on? Happy word. That's cool. But yeah, what I was kind of speaking about is like it's really dope how the tone would amp here, you know, preamps essentially, but like this preamp, it really makes any slap harmonic, you know, it really flows through. Like it's almost like prior to using like a preamp or just reverberation, you can't really hear all these like fine-tuned nuances of you were just, you know, or just, but they're there, right? They're flowing through. So that's what's really great about the sound there. Same with the Picasso bow, I definitely find. It's like, you know, the violin, you can play the violin on a guitar, right? And, you know, say if I were to turn off the tone amp, you would hear the sounds. They'd be pronounced, they'd be there, but they wouldn't be like really like resonant, at least enough to catch the ear. I'm kind of just doing this for my own enjoyment. I'm trying to just like dance back and forth between dimensions of the acoustic and dimensions of the electric, because I've been playing around with this Black Star Fly amp. This kind of makes things difficult and interesting for me. Especially with the tapping too. Yo, thank you. Yeah, it feels like it's very strong. It's definitely like everything's very rooted. Yeah, that's kind of good. See, this harmonics definitely flow through, but yeah. I guess it's interesting. Harmonics and the electrics definitely have like a very different role. That's one thing that's funny though. You may hear it, I don't know, I can hear on my... That's cool. On my acoustic guitar, with the tone amp, actually what's happening is it basically picks up on natural vibrations. Like it literally just absorbs it. And sometimes it does this thing where it literally just clips out. Like it'll just start to ring out almost like it's like a gong or a singing bowl, and it'll just keep resonating and building in resonance, which is not good for the tone amp, but the attack was very strong. Definitely, I think what I've noticed is, say for the acoustic guitar, particularly when it's amplified, right? Q&A sticker, it's currently stuck. Interesting, I've never done that. But yeah, essentially, what's interesting is I find with the acoustic guitar, let's say has, you know, the resonance with the tone amp, sort of what I was explaining. It's like, this is almost like a more ancient sound, that it's almost like, I would say, it's kind of what the guitar, I think, is actually meant to hear. It's almost like all the little subtle nuances of a guitar. What's going on? Yeah, yo, I've been playing for about 16 years now. So I started with electric, this electric here. And I like played electric for about 6 years. And then I picked up an acoustic. Hello, Taha. Welcome to the stream. But legit, yeah, I played electric for like 6-7 years. And when I was like 11, 12, I had lessons at Lon McQuaid. But then in essence, I found the acoustic guitar, you know, I don't even remember when. It was like, yeah, so I guess like 11 years or like 10 years ago. And then from there, I just like really resonated with the acoustic. Like I really found like fingerstyle progressive rock. You could just do so much with it, right? And songwriting was just like such a natural thing with this kind of style. But yeah, yeah, word, right? I mean, yeah, it's fun. I'm from BC, Canada. Yeah, yeah, no, it's crazy. Honestly, bro, it's like I swear, it's like I don't know if you had Nana, so it's like could be yeah, woman as well. But like I find I when you hit Tobo, it's interesting. I've been exploring a few particular creative practices. I'd say it's weird. I think that I do strongly I connect a lot with the acoustic guitar. For some reason, like it's like the artists of those realms, they're such dedicated, devoted artists that I've just naturally been insanely inspired from. Electric guitarists, they do the similar type of thing for me, but for some reason, I don't know why. I think it's the human beings behind the acoustic guitar scene in music, like say Alexander Misko, John Gom, Andy McKee, those artists seriously like when I was a young guitarist or like novice or whatever, those are the dudes that are like I would just understand like their mentality about music and learn their music and I was like this is actually exceptional. And I only find only recently that I've bonsoir. I like that. Bonsoir. That reminds me of Mr. Robot. The Tyrell just constantly bonsoir, Elliot. But yeah, I literally find it's like for electric guitar, honestly, because this is the thing about music, when you get like deep in those rabbit holes of guitar, it's actually wild how much incredible guitarists and inspiration there is right now. Like, but yeah, basically, artists like Ichika Nito, and also I like Polyphia, like Tim Henson. He's fun. He's phenomenal for his style. Like those two guys, I'd say those are like my core inspirations, alongside tons of different bands. Like that's the thing is like for electric guitar, I think why it's such a beautiful realm is it's not just about playing the guitar technically. Often I feel like for electric, it's a lot about the performance. Yeah. French is a beautiful language. But yeah, it's almost like for electric guitar, it's for me at least, when I was like a young guitarist, like 10 years old, I genuinely, I just desired to rock out. Like I was literally like, the whole point of guitar was to just like pick up a guitar, because I can still do that style. I kind of do like a nice silky style, but my primary style of where I started was literally just shredding, like just like like metal and but it's like fun because that's like about the performance where you're like you can like throw a I don't know, a spinning kick or like a flying kick or just like jump around and just like have a lot of fun, be really expressive. Hell yeah. You're talking about composition. Is there any composition? Any composition of you that we can hear a little bit? Word. I mean, I guess I have some on the fly, but not that I really have rehearsed. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the ones that I've written that I've released, I haven't really gone through a lot. I primarily just improvise, but yeah, that's a good question. A lot of my original music I haven't released yet, but I've had blips of it where I just capture it on YouTube or streams and then I put it out there. But yeah, I'm a strong advocate of just like pure improvisation. But I think the more I go down this like content rabbit hole, I 1000% I do desire to, especially for like this stream sort of capacity. That's fair. No, I mean it's just It's like I honestly like as I go deeper down this rabbit hole, I do desire to do covers for people. So if you have any covers like in the future, I have a list right now of like 4 or 5 songs. It's like Playing God is One by Polyphia. I think there's like some Radiohead songs, some Nirvana songs, but I do want to start doing like covers and just throwing out originals just for like yeah, making it like a really comprehensive experience so people can like return to. But primarily what I do is I just do improvisation and I teach people guitar. It's a lot of reverb on there. But yeah, I mean, I guess at this point too, I've been doing YouTube for like 2, 3 months now, so it makes sense. Right, I don't want to like overwhelm my palette, but that being said, I don't know. Let's throw down the volume a little bit. That I'm 31. Yeah, just turned 31. Yeah, these tabs. Yeah, it's interesting because I definitely found it's funny. I mean, the music journey, it's honestly such a weird but like beautiful sort of like unraveling where I've had various years where I focused a lot on compositions where I literally probably about 7 years ago basically I had this like interesting little breakthrough when I picked up the acoustic guitar and I basically just focused a lot of energy on composing, like just writing originals, doing original vocals, and I literally came up with so many different songs and different styles. But it's interesting how I almost found that it's like songwriting seems to be, for me at least, this kind of very like free form, sort of almost like fluid portal that you enter it and you can channel it, but the moment that you try to like box it into something or almost like fixate on one particular dimension of it and almost like force the process of this channel, then it kind of kills the momentum. Maybe not right away, but steadily. But of course, I'm no expert by any means. Like I feel like, yeah, like we all have different sort of different phases of the journey. I can hear my neighbor's cat. Word. Retracted. Yeah. Man, yeah, it's like I don't even know. I think it's like 11:30 or near midnight. Yeah. It's yeah, dude, creativity, it's honestly, the more I look at it, like I sometimes like I have friends ask me or I just kind of reflect on like how in the world did this even happen? Like, it's like how is a dude that's been like engaging in these creative worlds. And I'm a tutter as well. Like I dance a lot. I do martial forms. I do various styles of like training. And I think there's something about learning something, say particular creative stuff. I don't have to understand what you're saying in terms of resonance and everything else, but it's interesting. That's really cool. I mean, yeah, I think I was just talking. It's almost like I'm kind of nerding out about like music, like guitar amps, but in truth, it is a beautiful deep rabbit hole. If to talk about like resonance and resonance patterns, like vibrations, essentially, because I do sound journeys, right? I make meditative sound journeys. I just do that for fun. I've been doing that for fun for like 2, 3, 4 years now. But I think for a lot of music, right? Be if you were talking about like singing or even I'm speaking with my voice, these are resonance patterns, right? Like these are vibrations that I'm feeling in my body, right? And it's interesting because I think when you say for instance, like I pick up a guitar, right? And for this, like my tone and amp, it stretches out the resonance. So it's just basically my resonance is, I hit a note or whatever, a harmonic, and it's just gonna, like, it's just stretching out. You can hear very clearly. It comes and it's like a wave and then it goes. And I think for a lot of music, it's almost like an ancient sort of realm of music, is not trying to say, you know, write like a technical piece or like piece together chords, right? But it's feeling into the music, like feeling into the resonance pattern behind it, right? Much like if you were to, for instance, experience like a meditative sound journey where it's like the notes maybe are not particularly meant to be like a composition that you'd hear in like a song on the radio or something or whatever, but they're resonance patterns that are just flowing through. Like it just has like a different, almost like ancient sort of unlinear flow to it. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying with some of the, oh yes, creativity. I don't know. I think, yeah, creativity, it's almost like stifling in the nature of it, where it's like what I genuinely believe, like as an artist of, you know, 15, 16 years or whatever, it's like I really feel that you just basically have to let yourself circulate and honor the joy like as much as you humanly can. It's literally like the difference between someone who's able to like take a creative realm to like great places versus someone that becomes stifled, becomes blocked, and maybe even completely deviates from the experience, is someone that just for some reason the joy just slowly or very rapidly died, right? Like the joy of being like, this just makes me feel, wow, the moon looks insane right now. But the joy that you literally just be like, this makes me feel good for whatever reason, and I'm gonna follow that and pull those threads. That is literally what I feel lets you, you know, lets you just extend the life of your creative journey. Versus if you're just in this place where, for whatever reason, you know, there's many reasons innately to experience creative decay, to experience creative blocks, right? The street, the street, like where I am. I mean, let's see. I'm actually not in a street corner right now. Oh shit. But what I can show is this beautiful atmosphere. I'm just chilling here. This is the yard. Yeah, this is like, got these chimes here. You can probably even see, let's see, I'm trying to get in the moon. Oh. Yeah, that like glow is the moon almost full. But I'm not in the street. I'm actually just in my the backyard of my room. So it's my backyard essentially. But you can, I mean, you may have seen I do streams where I literally attach my guitar into my guitar and then I walk around. I might do that later because I got a lot of sleep earlier in the day, so I'm probably gonna be up pretty late. But I could just take my take my portable amp and then or my portable thing and just pop it, mount my phone, and then just walk around. Honestly, just one of the best tools ever for streaming. So that, yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful night around. It's modest word. Heck yeah. That's a nice night. I mean, the one thing I notice is if I'm like roving, it's interesting. I'm trying to kind of find the balance. What's the thing I'm holding? Oh, that's it's a violin. It's a miniature violin bow. This little, basically, it's called a Picasso bow. Like it's like a guitar pick, but Picasso bow. And basically, yeah, it's like. That should sound like crap. Cause I gotta. Basically, you just use rosin and just like a violin bow, you strike it on the guitar string. So then it produces like a violin or cello sound. Super dope. I'm gonna check the time. My dream is very good. Wicked. I like the poetic stuff you're saying. You speak in a very interesting way, Taha. Yeah, it needs a little more rosin, but yeah. Yeah, this thing rules. Highly recommend. Like, I've spoken to a few other guitarists that are on this stream or just pop in my YouTube, and like, this thing is like brilliant. Like, if you can just, it's literally, you just order it on Amazon. Like, this is a like a knockoff version of the same thing, the Picasso bow. But in essence, I replace these probably like once a month or so. You basically can just like learn to use the guitar just like a violin. Just so fun. I'm definitely gonna get myself an actual violin and electric cello one day. Beautiful. All right, I think 40 minutes. Yo, thank you so much for the support. Yeah, lives are dope as fuck. Like, I'll be honest, I have literally so much fun doing these, and I've spoken with these in excess where it's like, I genuinely feel like it's interesting. My YouTube journeys were like, I really want to, just inspire people to pick up guitar and learn guitar and stuff. Where I like teaching people, but I just like, I just like being a creator. Like, it's literally like, I'm super down to just do all the classic creator things. Be it if it's just like streaming, taking like DSLR cameras and creating elaborate, long format journeys. Or like, it's kind of like I'm like all in. I really feel like really good about just like if I could literally spend most of my life literally just like playing guitar and just streaming and just like traveling and having fun, just doing whatever. That just sounds like a great existence. So it's fun to kind of like be in the driver's seat where I'm just like, word, I can literally just like, I have infinite freedom to just stream as much as I want, to build my channel as much as I desire. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming, but that being said, it's like, it's a very potent potential, I feel. And I feel too, the more that I understand like content creation, just being a creator, what it offers, like when you really like dive deep, or even just in a stream particularly, I really feel it's a very interesting experience that if I was your neighbor, I would definitely ask for a song. It's funny, I live in a strata, so it's like most of my neighbors probably can hear. I mean, it's kind of colder season, so they might not have their like windows open, but it's funny where it's like a lot of my neighbors, they kind of just know me, or just like they're just like, they hear me playing guitar, or they see me walking around with my guitar. But I don't know, yeah, I think it's good to know there's no complaints. It's good to know they're just like, they support me. Like, that's kind of part of what I've been like inspired to do, is I want to take my whole setup and just rove, like say take my phone and pop it on my guitar and have my amp and stuff, and just roam around my community, the community of Coquitlam and like Vancouver and stuff, and just play for the community, like literally just be around people and create that weird sort of like, almost, I call it roving busking, but, and it could also just be regular busking, but I think there's something powerful about just like interjecting the universe with performance and music. Heck yeah, America. That's cool. I've been to America a couple times, and it's like because I live, very close to the border. But like, yeah, Hawaii's really cool, and Bellingham, and certain parts of California. I really want to go to like, I really want to go to just like lots of different places. In truth, and particularly, it's because I just really want to go with the intentionality of like going to places to, connect and perform, and I don't know, just like just rove, able to live only for music. Kind of. It's interesting. I'm in a very unique position where basically, I mean, it's kind of funny. I'll be honest, over the last like 5, 6 years of my life, I've had a very pivotal shift. And actually started around COVID where I mean, I've always known I want to devote myself to music and performance art, like all performance art. But around COVID, I started to like write music all the time, and I started to like really dive deep in this realm of just being a musician. Like I really took on the role. Like, oh, word, I can actually succeed as a musician. Like this is going to happen. But basically, what I've done the last like 5, 6 years is I've done a lot of gigs where I work a lot in film actually because in Vancouver there's a massive film industry. So basically, what I do is I do background acting, do some normal acting, but mainly just background acting because there's tons of it. And I just pop on film sets, like I do like commercials and film and TV, and then I'll just chill like 90% of my day. I literally just bring my guitar and I just play music for people, and I just get paid to just do that. And yeah, it's only been recently where I've like bridged worlds where I'm like, word, I want to be a full-time content creator, particularly focusing on teaching people guitar and making like meditative sound journeys and just improvising, right? So my long-term goal is like I genuinely just want to make a full-time income from YouTube, but also from TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, but namely YouTube. Like YouTube is kind of like it's like the top tier emphasis. Like I really respect and like YouTube, not TikTok. It just seems like too like it's funny. It's like it makes a lot of sense, but that's interesting. Morocco. Yeah, I've met a couple people from Morocco. It's funny. I was on TikTok actually the other day, doing like piano improv, and this fellow from Pakistan, he randomly just reaches out and he's like wants to hop on my stream. So I was like, okay, well, I didn't even know this is a thing, and we just start talking a bunch, and it's so cool because this guy's like he's like a full-time content creator from Pakistan, who basically shares like cultural messages and statements and very much just like a lot of like intense stuff. But he was just such a nice guy. Like we're literally just hanging out talking, and he was just like he literally just basically just held space for me as I was like improvising, playing music for him. I was like telling him about my journey of what my intention is, what I'm doing this channel, and we were just like riffing about like basically improvisation, like the nature of improvisation. And it's interesting because as I'm improvising, oh for sure, yeah, it's actually the same. It's the very same name. It's Ashe. But yeah, I'll send you the link or I'll just like post it. I'll post it somewhere, maybe on a post. But yeah, it's basically Ashe. That's like my brand per se, where it's like ASE with a sort of like little symbol. But yeah, it's very interesting the way content platforms can kind of like connect creators, especially TikTok. That's what I think TikTok's done very well is they've created a very good platform that lets creators like really successfully collaborate and connect and sort of just community build essentially. And that's really why YouTube is such such a beautiful platform, as they do the same thing where they community build like crazy. Wicked. Amazing. I do have family, actually. I mean, I'm an identical twin. I live with him and my father and my sister. A lot of courage to live off the music. Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody, and there's a lot of pressure, creativity and pressure. That's the thing. That's 1000%. That's the truth is. That's what I was speaking about with my pivotal stage of my life, whereas like before COVID, I was a musician for like, yeah, most of my life from like ages like 10 to like mid 20s. It was like my life, like I was devoted, but I had like an imposter syndrome, right? And I had a lot of pressure on me from society, from everything, being like, is this really something that I can like succeed with? And honestly, the entire journey has been powerful and beautiful, and I've always sort of known, right, where it's like I personally, for many years I was like, oh, do I want to maybe be a personal trainer or be a movement coach, which I also do want to do in later stages of my life. But I was like, maybe I'm gonna be a kinesiologist or this, that. Like I was like very like drawn, at least when I was younger, in different directions. But it's interesting how I've kind of come to this recent revelation over the last like 5 6 years that personally for me, what I think my path is going to always involve is performance art, where it's not necessarily, I don't have to be like, as maybe my younger self might have always been like, oh, I'm going to be a rock star. It's like, that's the path. Like, join a band, punk rock, metal, rock out. That may happen. Like, I genuinely believe that may happen actually one day. In like, who knows, like 5 6 years. But the path is not linear, right? Where it's like, I don't think I have to quintessentially box myself. Like, that's the wild thing about artistry. But I think with many things in life, it's like, everything in life is multi-dimensional, right? Like it's not supposed to be like a one-dimensional endeavor. Like this is simply the way. We can make ourselves, and again, I don't know, maybe I'm an outlier because I've found moderate success in various different, very contrasting realms. But I personally believe that for me, performance art is the way. Like performance of like acrobatic fire performance, be it acting, be it guitar, be it whatever it desires to be. It's like I think for me, what I genuinely desire to do is to just honor my own performance art path. And it's wild because for many years, like it's like I'll find myself pulling in many different directions, but it's beautiful the way the last few months have actually crystallized into being a creator, teaching people this core realm of guitar that's seriously changed my life. So I think simply for like many people, it's almost like they have to just honor what phase of their journey they're in as an artist or as an athlete or as a whatever sort of realm they want to be in. It's wild. I mean, again, I think I live a very unique, blessed life. But yeah, it's like for a lot of people, I genuinely believe this. When I was like struggling and I'm packaging, deep truths and doing lots of shrooms and like figuring out my life, where it's like I kind of came to this realization that a lot of people, they just dishonor their intuition, right? They dishonor their like authentic truth of what they really need to do and be in their lives. And whether it's, it doesn't have to be something elaborate. They don't have to be like a professional this, that, the other, but you got to honor your truth, right? You got to allow yourself to find, want to participate in a music program of some sort. I could. But I mean, that being said, it's like, I don't know. I've taught myself music for most of my life. Like I did Von McQuaid for a couple of years, but yeah, I've told myself I want to go to like guitar camps. Like if I, this is because this is where all comes full circle. Is like I feel once I can really launch myself into like a deeper realm of resource, like I can afford to say travel the world and work remotely, then I can also just be like, what, I'm just gonna go to California and go to an acoustic guitar camp and learn from some of my favorite guitarists. Like it all seems to be like there's a very divine path to a lot of these things that I think for me it's always been about finding what bridges all these worlds. And that's where it's been so exciting. It's kind of funny, almost like bizarre that I'm like talking about all this as I'm sort of emulating what this is looking like for me. And that's actually streaming and content creation. It's like this has been like the higher calling that's fused and bridged all these worlds that now is going to unlock and open up all these doors. And now I just got to keep on just doing what I'm doing. Heck yeah. Thank you. I do, yeah, I do feel self-awareness is very, very king. You know, I really, yeah. Thank you. Bless. Heck yeah. Morocco is not beautiful. It's unfortunate. I'm sure they have nice beaches, though, I feel. All right. Let's see what time it is right here. I feel like I could do this forever, but we're approaching 12:30. Okay. Probably the next 5 minutes. Yeah, probably about an hour. Wrap this up. Wicked. Yeah, I was having a lot of fun though before this dynamic of just like I was literally just kind of like having a lot of time myself. I'm like, man, like this, what am I gonna do with myself? But then it's just like I picked up my electric guitar and I was just like, damn, like this is actually like legendary. Now where did I put this guitar pick? I swore I was right. Okay. Well. It's not bad. It seems like it's a little bit. Where is that thing? Heck yeah. Bless. Appreciate that so much. Yeah, this is what this portal's here for, I'd say. Great musical potential attracts fame on a show on the internet. Word. Yeah, facts. I don't know. I guess that's what. Personally, I've thought about fame a lot over a lot of the like years of my life, or literally like for like 5-10 years of my life, I was literally like very focused on not being famous, where I was like, I don't think being famous is a thing I'd ever really want. But then I hit a point in my life where I was like, you know what, with the right intention, like with the purest intentionality of like being known for being something or someone that inspires and empowers people and is like on a wide scale influences people, that I feel I'm really attracted to. So that's where I would love to be famous for maybe being a content creator or a YouTuber. You know, maybe a YouTuber who's a musician, but not trying to be like, you know, like a celebrity per se. That doesn't seem like a very fun experience. Heck yeah. I appreciate the good words and good energy. That's really success. Damn, yeah, this Black Star amp really does a trick. Heck yeah. Nah, I mean, nah, you're killing it. You're killing it with the English, I would say. Don't really need it. Don't even need guitar picks. Wicked. Nice. Yeah, the slap harmonics just don't operate the same way. Wicked. That's awesome, yo. That's I love that. I've definitely appreciated enough to not die if I ever need something. That's interesting. Yeah. English is like all I know, but I love the English language. Just language, I think in general. It's fun to have like a high um, awareness or understanding of English, like just to be able to, yeah, yes, made my day better. Facts. That's amazing. Yo, let's go. Dude, that's literally exactly what I'm here. I remember I was sitting there like at a show last night, which is like a rave, and I was like kind of having a good time, just vibing with some people. But I was kind of thinking to myself, like, man, like how can I just like infuse this raw humanity into my streams or like continue like it was almost like low key. I was like at a show and I was like thinking to myself, I kind of just want to be home streaming. It's like it's a weird feeling where I'm like at a rave, just connecting with meeting some dope people. I'm just like, man, I kind of just like, what if I was just streaming right now? Like, kind of just wish I was. I gotta start just bringing my guitar with me everywhere and just streaming at random places. Beautiful. That's so awesome. Cool. Well, I think I'm probably gonna take a leave and the stream. It's been a great time. Yes, an hour and 1 minute exactly. I could honestly keep streaming for hours, but it's definitely I gotta get some rest. Make sure I'm up. A good time. Facts. Harmonic by Shugin Solomon. Interesting. Harmonic. Jürgen Salomon. Okay. That's awesome. I welcome that. Yeah, I think I can just like, I can probably just see, I can probably screenshot that. No. Yeah, I'll find that on the offline stream. Wicked. Well, thank you so much for chiming in. Usually I'd like hit a tingsa or something to end the stream, but yeah. Yeah, if you like this kind of content or whatnot, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. Follow this journey. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Probably doing some streams tomorrow too. But yeah, wicked. Yeah, I'll check out that song. Yeah, definitely. I have tons of song recommendations I'd love to pass on in the future. But yeah. Saeed Swin. Interesting. Yeah, I knew a Saeed once when I worked with. Dope human being. All right, we are on our way. Much love. Bless. Ashe. Ashe, my friends.